Welcome back to Midnight Signal AI. Today is May 6th, 2026, and we've got a packed show for you. OpenAI just made waves with the launch of GPT-5.5 Instant as the new default ChatGPT model. Plus, the White House is considering vetting every major AI release, and OpenBind's debut model could reshape drug discovery. We'll also touch on Anthropic's new financial AI agents and a rumored ChatGPT smartphone. Let's get started.
This GPT 5.5 Instant launch is a huge deal for everyday users and developers. OpenAI's decision to make it the default ChatGPT model means everyone, free and paid users alike, gets access to their latest improvements. And it's not just about speed. OpenAI is promising more accurate responses, better memory controls, and some under-the-hood upgrades that could set a new standard for conversational AI.
The rollout has been hitting all the major outlets. TestingCatalog, the Daily Star, TechCrunch, and more are all highlighting the same thing. GPT 5.5 Instant not only replaces the previous model for ChatGPT and API users, but it's also designed to be noticeably quicker and sharper. For context, OpenAI's rapid-fire versioning is starting to mirror the pace of software updates, not the slower cycles we saw in earlier AI models.
What's interesting is the focus on user experience. Reports from iClarified and TipRanks note that GPT 5.5 Instant isn't just smarter, it's also more controllable, especially around memory and context retention. That means fewer weird tangents, more relevant answers, and potentially better support for longer conversations. If this holds up in real-world use, it could close the gap between AI and human-like dialogue even further.
And here's a fun twist. According to Technobezz, Sam Altman himself confirmed that GPT 5.5 planned its own launch party on May 5th at 5:55 p.m. Not only is that a clever branding move, but it also signals how OpenAI is leaning into the narrative of AI models as active participants in their own development and release cycles. It's almost like the models are becoming celebrities in their own right.
That's both amusing and a little meta, AI launching AI, but it's also a subtle reminder of how advanced these systems are getting. When the public starts seeing models as agents, not just tools, it changes expectations and raises new questions about agency, responsibility, and even marketing.
So, to sum it up, GPT 5.5 Instant is live, it's the new default, and it's promising faster, smarter, and more reliable interactions for users everywhere. OpenAI is clearly betting that rapid iterations and user-focused features will keep them on top.
Absolutely. And with this pace, we might not be far from a world where each new model rollout feels as anticipated as a new smartphone launch.
Speaking of new AI models, there's another fascinating development. OpenBind just released their first data and AI model, marking what EurekAlert calls a milestone for AI-enabled drug discovery.
OpenBind's move is significant because drug discovery is one of the most promising yet challenging areas for AI. By releasing both their data and their model openly, they're inviting researchers around the world to collaborate, validate, and build on their work. This could accelerate new treatments and make pharmaceutical research more transparent.
It's also a sign of growing confidence in open science and open AI. With the pharmaceutical industry under pressure to innovate quickly and safely, having a shared AI resource could help level the playing field and speed up breakthroughs for rare diseases or neglected conditions. On a related note, the White House is reportedly considering a new policy to vet every major AI model before it's released, according to a report from Gadget Review.
That's a potential game changer for the whole AI ecosystem. If the US starts mandating pre-release checks for major models, it could slow down launches, but also address concerns about safety, bias, and misuse. The challenge will be balancing innovation with oversight. Too much red tape could stifle progress, but too little could leave us vulnerable to unintended consequences.
And this isn't happening in a vacuum. Governments worldwide are scrambling to figure out how to regulate AI, especially as models get more powerful and more autonomous. Whatever the White House decides, it's likely to spark global conversations and maybe even set new norms for the industry. Let's pivot to another big trend: AI models moving beyond software and into hardware. Moneycontrol.com has details on a potential ChatGPT smartphone, with OpenAI reportedly working on a mass production timeline, a MediaTek chip, and a strong AI focus.
If these rumors are true, it's a logical next step. Embedding advanced AI directly into consumer devices could mean faster, more private AI interactions. Think voice assistants that don't need to ping the cloud for every request. Plus, with MediaTek's chips, there's potential for real-time AI processing without draining your battery. This could redefine what we expect from a smartphone.
And let's not forget, the smartphone market is hungry for innovation. AI-native devices could shake up everything from privacy to productivity, and OpenAI has the brand recognition to make a serious splash. We'll be watching this space closely for confirmation. Switching gears to enterprise AI, Anthropic has just released new AI agents specifically designed for financial services firms, as reported by the Wall Street Journal.
This is a smart move for Anthropic. Financial services have strict regulatory demands and a huge appetite for automation. By customizing AI agents for this sector, Anthropic is targeting high-value, high-trust use cases like compliance checks, fraud detection, and customer service. If they can prove reliability, it could open up a massive market.
And with increasing competition from OpenAI and Google, vertical-specific AI solutions might be how smaller players carve out their niche. Financial services are just the start. We'll likely see similar agents for healthcare, law, and more. Before we wrap up, here's one more quick headline. OpenAI has officially released a ChatGPT app for iOS, according to financialexpress.com. That means iPhone and iPad users now have a native way to access the latest models and features right from their devices.
That's great news for Apple users and a smart move by OpenAI. Native apps tend to offer smoother performance and better integration with device features. Think voice input, notifications, and maybe even offline capabilities down the line. It's another step towards putting advanced AI in everyone's pocket.
That's our show for today, an action-packed 24 hours in the AI world, with new models, new devices, and new questions about how we live and work with these systems. Stay curious, stay informed. See you tomorrow.